It's prom time, which means flowers are a necessity. Petals and vines can provide you with flowers that will make your prom night special. The flowers may die, but the memories you make with them will last endlessly.
Good morning, Air Archers. Thanks for being patient with us as we completed some more upgrades in the studio. It's Monday, April 16th, and it's time for Archers Live with Sorrell and Adam Butzin.
A Greek philosopher once said, "The only thing that is constant is change." In the world of education, this is definitely the case. Today, we'll hear from a couple of our teachers who have been in the field of education for a while. They'll share what changes they've seen over the years and what they'd like to see before they retire. Stick around to hear what they have to say. Archers Live starts right now.
From Mrs. Bach's class lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Will you please stand?
On the lunch menu for today, we are having a corn dog, carrots, pineapple, and milk or salad bar.
Despite the cold, we have a full evening of sporting events. Junior high track and field is at Edgerton at 4:30. Varsity baseball plays at Fort Jennings at 5, and varsity softball is home with fanware at the same time. Please note that the varsity track and field meet at Crestview has been pushed back to tomorrow.
Happy birthday today to this gal right here. Freshman Katie Oberlin turns 15.
We love you, Katie! A very happy birthday as well to Mr. Wyrick. We hope you have a great day.
Let's get back to our mini Archer updates. Today we have Michael from Mrs. Temple's class to get us back in the swing of things.
Thanks, Michael. In guidance news, the Ohio State University College of Pharmacy will host a Pharmacy Day for current high school students on this coming Saturday, April 21st from 11:30 to 3:30. You can register online at go.osu.edu/pharmacyday2018. During this free event, you'll get the chance to explore careers in pharmacy, learn how our pharmaceutical sciences education can prepare you for your next step, learn about OSU's undergraduate major, and explore their early admissions pathway for high school seniors. See Counselor Hammer if you have questions about either of these events.
In Student Council news, town hall meetings will be held this Friday. Student Council members, be prepared to share your kindness and leadership challenge results. Also, please pick up your popcorn fundraiser form today.
In prom news, tickets are on sale in the Rotunda through this Friday. You must turn in your signed permission forms to Mrs. Hook before you can purchase tickets. If you still need permission forms, you can get them in the office. Ticket cost is $20 or $30 per couple.
From the athletic department, the high school baseball team will take on the Edgerton Bulldogs at Parkview Field in Fort Wayne next Thursday, April 26th at 7 o'clock p.m. If you plan to attend, please buy the $5 ticket from a baseball player, Coach Feasby or Coach Ultimus. $4 of the $5 goes to the baseball program.
Congratulations to senior Rachel Williamson on earning her MVP at yesterday's Ohio versus Indiana All-Stars game. Williamson scored 15 points to lead the Ohio girls to a win. She also took home the three-point contest black by making her last shot.
The varsity track team competed in the Wayne Trace Invitational on Friday. Though the girls team did not score any points, every athlete who competed had a new personal record. On the boys' side, almost every athlete had a new personal record as well. Leading the way for the boys were Jake Ryan and Luke Brewer. Ryan placed 6th in the 1,600-meter run and the 3,200-meter run. Brewer placed 6th in the long jump and 4th in the pole vault. The Archer Tracksters are back in again tomorrow against Crestview.
What changes have our teachers seen in education over the years, and what would they still like to see? Here's ALSTV's Rylan Brooks with those answers. Take a look and have a great day.
Education has changed drastically over the last few decades, from technology to testing, Very few things within the school's walls look the same as they did when many Antwerp teachers started teaching. Almost all teachers agree that one of the biggest changes has been technology. Mrs. Linda Mavis has been teaching since 1987, and she has definitely noticed a change in technology over the years.
Well, when I first started teaching, all we had was one computer in the classroom that the kids would play games on when they had free time, and the teachers, we didn't have a computer at all. We had to use a calculator for our grades and everything else. We did have a computer lab, a real small one, and I think the kids went like once every other week, but basically it was to play games.
Mr. Patrick Measley has been teaching here since 1991. For the most part, he thinks technology has helped him be a better teacher.
It makes it easier to vary or change how you teach the class, and whether it's in the classroom itself or assigning work to students.
Second grade teacher, Miss Crystal Brooks, who has been teaching since 1998, agrees.
There's lots of ways that we can tailor lessons and assignments to meet every student's needs now.
Another area of change, many teachers would say, has been the students themselves.
I do think students have changed over time. I think there's more demands on families, and I think kids are busier.
Yeah, students have changed. First of all, I think that they are more accepting of other people than when I first started teaching. Second, I think that they don't do as many outdoor activities or activities that they are in charge of creating, or doing their own thing. And they seem to be a lot more, what do I want to say, fidgety anymore.
Measley, however, isn't sure the students themselves have changed.
I don't know if students have changed over time as much as the environment. If my generation would have had, growing up, video games and technology, we would have been just as distracted. Our social interaction skills would be just as the same.
While it may be difficult to pinpoint exactly how students have changed over the years, it's not difficult to see how the school building itself has changed. Some teachers who are employed at the old school building in town still work in the newer facility today, and they would almost all agree that the change was very impactful.
The change from that building to this one was like night and day. It was huge.
For Mavis, the biggest change has been
air conditioning. Oh my gosh, when I first started teaching, we had to have the windows open, and we didn't have any screens in the windows, and you had to teach over a fan, and it was still really hot, and the bees would come in and they would interrupt your lesson, and yeah, air conditioning, awesome.
Yeah. Though many changes over the years have been positive, teachers would still like to see some changes, particularly in the state testing system.
I wish there was less of an emphasis on the whole mandatory testing. I think the one thing that we could do as far as education, again, is help kids better prepare for life after K through 12, especially those students who are not going to go to a 2-year or 4-year institution.
I would like to just have time to teach. I don't want to worry about the testing all the time. Just give me time to teach and create fun lessons.
Can we get Taco Tuesday in the teacher lounge?
Rylan Brooks, ALSTV.